Hypothetically, let's say you wake up in the morning and the years of accumulated mental disorders finally catch up to you and you think to yourself, I want to make something in Blender. Now, instead of seeing the nearest psychiatrist like a normal person would, you're stupid enough to open up YouTube and search for a Blender modeling tutorial. And the first thing you see is a 25-minute long video of something that I like to call that is not how modeling works. Or maybe you go to the Blender god himself, Andrew Price, for answers, and you see, shit, wait, let me calculate this. Fuck. Carry the 2 at the 1, divide by 4. Fuck, it's 3 hours worth of tutorials about modeling a fucking chair. How the fuck? Scaling is a very simple part of Blender. You know, you press S and wow, you can make shit bigger or smaller, but it's actually fundamental in modeling. So Blender is what we call a 3-dimensional environment. So you're working with the X, Y, and Z axes. So let's say I want to make this cube taller but not bigger, right? If I scale it using the normal way, I can't do that because I can't isolate a single axis because it scales all of them at once. But if I press S and then Z, then the scaling will only affect the cube on the Z axis. You can do the same thing by pressing S and X for the X axis or S and Y for the Y axis. If you go into edit mode, you can use the same methods on edges and faces. Oh my, how does Blender know when I want to... Shut the fuck, I'm getting to it. These 2 buttons on the top left are for edge and face selection, so if you click the face selection one, you can only select faces and vice versa. Now, some of you might have noticed the vertex selection on the far left. No, you didn't. Ignore it. Scale does nothing to it. So there are 3 different ways to cut into a mesh: insetting, loop cutting, and subdividing. Subdividing is an insanely advanced method that took me years to even begin to remotely understand how to do, but I'll show you just for educational purposes. Go into edit mode, press Ctrl A to select your entire mesh, and then this is the hard part, so just pay attention to what I do. So you gotta right click and then press subdivide. You can honestly subdivide as much as you want. I personally stop on my PC starts sounding like a World War II aircraft. Now loop cutting is just as, if not twice as difficult, so just bear with me. So you're gonna press Ctrl R on your keyboard and hover your cursor near a vertex or an edge, and now you have a line. Now from here, you can either scroll up for more lines or scroll down for less lines. It just kind of depends how bipolar you are. When you have enough lines, click once, and from here you can either click again and the lines will cut evenly, or if you have the decision-making capabilities of an IKEA door frame, you can move your mouse to change the position of the lines and then click again to cut when you're ready. Insetting is the most daunting of all of them, so don't expect to be able to do it. You select the face on your mesh, press the Roblox button, and now you can drag the circle inwards and it'll make a face within your face. If you do it again, it'll make a face within a face, or a face within a face within a face within a face. Now, extrusion sounds like a medical condition, but it just means to bring something out. So if we take what we just learned about insetting and insert the top face of this cube, we can now press the Minecraft Steve button and drag upwards, and now the cube has a birth defect. You can also extrude faces from loop cuts and subdivisions. You can extrude singular vertices or edges, or if you're feeling risky, just grab the entire face and pull it out. But extrusions alone don't always look good. It's like, well, what the fuck am I even looking at? Let's add some curvature. So if we select the top face and then press this button and drag outwards, it'll make it do that. Yes, I know this looks like PS2 graphics. Shut the fuck up. Since we're going for curvature, you're gonna press Ctrl Z to undo that, and instead you're gonna go up to where it says segments and put in any number from 1 to about 50. I think 50 is a bit high for now, so I'm just gonna go with the average IQ of a League of Legends player. Now if you drag it out, it looks like something from the Roman Empire. If you don't want to go through the trouble of guessing segment values, then you can just press Ctrl B and drag outwards to bevel, and this time you can scroll up for more segments or scroll down for less. Let's use what we've learned so far to make a warhammer. Do you think I'm fucking bullshitting? Open up your Blender right now or get the fuck off my channel. I'm not fucking around. I'll talk about... Stop being a fuck... Alright, so this is the reference image we're working with. I normally wouldn't use one, but all of you have the combined IQ of an empty Sprite bottle, so I have to dumb it down a bit. Let's start with the middle of the actual hammer part, alright? So add a cylinder, press N for this menu, and now rotate the cylinder 90 degrees on the Y-axis. Now notice how the middle is dipped. That means we need to make the middle of it smaller. So use the loop cut tool to make a singular line in the middle and double click to make the cut. Now with your cut selected, you're going to scale it down until it looks like a yo-yo with Down syndrome, and then click when you're happy with the size. Now we want to give it a nice curvature. So what tool are we going to use for that? It's okay not to know. If you thought any of those options were right, please close this video and go fuck yourself. Press Ctrl B while dragging out and scroll up until it's as smooth as your brain. Now there's these little cylinder things here before the actual hammer. We're going to be using both the extrusion tool and the scale tool at the same time to make them. For most of you, this might actually send you into a manic episode, so I'd grab a bottle of water, a vomit bag, and one of my displays, please! Firstly, make sure you're on the face select tool in the top left, and you're going to press one circle, then hold shift and press the other one. Press on this Y in the top right to get a straight view, and now you're going to press E and S and drag outwards until they're just a bit taller than the main model, and then click to confirm the scale. Now press S and X and drag until they're lined up with that first line there, and then again click when you're done, and then press E, S, and X and drag out, and then just click when it looks right, and now you have whatever the fuck this is. The 2 big hammers are the easiest thing apart from the handle. Just put in a cube, press S and X and drag inwards to make it a bit smaller horizontally. Move it to whatever side of the thing you just made and play with the scale until it looks right, and then when you're ready, go into edit mode, select the entire thing and bevel it, but with only one segment so it looks like PS2 graphics. Then for these little indents, just select the front face, hold shift and select the back face, inset them a bit, press E, Y, and S and drag until it looks right. And then you know what, bevel them while you're at it. Once you're done, press tab to go back into object mode, and then with your cube selected, you're gonna do Control C, Control V, and then to get to the other side, all you're gonna do is add a minus sign to this add a minus sign to this X value on the position up here, and that's it. Holy fuck, I can't stop stuttering. I don't know what the fuck! This connector thing up here is also really easy. Just add a cube, press S and Z to make it taller, and scale it down. If you try and bevel it now, it's gonna look like a stimming toy for children with autism. That's because when you're scaling something up, you're stretching it, and Blender thinks that you also want the bevel to be stretched. To fix that, you're gonna press Control A and click all transforms to reset the scale relativity, and now you can blend it normally? What the fuck is wrong with me? Bevel it normally. I'm gonna holy fuck. The rest of it is literally just cubes again, but you'll only actually need to make one. So just add a cube, move it just below the connector, press S and Z to make it shorter, and then again Control A, that bullshit. Bevel it again, but with only one segment. Now you're just gonna copy and paste that cube, but this time move it below the one you just made and make it a bit smaller, and then just do that 2 more times, and that's the entire top part done. Am I speaking I feel like I'm speaking quickly. We're gonna skip over this little handle design because frankly I'm too lazy and you're too stupid. So just add a cube for the handle, press S and Z to make it really tall, mess with the scale until it looks right, Control A, all transforms, bevel it with segments, add a cylinder, move it to the bottom, select the top face, Minecraft Steve's extruder, bring it up, scale it down, and wow, a warhammer. Now I would greatly appreciate it if I didn't go to sleep knowing that I did that whole thing for nothing. So screenshot what you've made, go to Twitter and tag me with a picture of your model so I don't end up on antidepressants.